Today I decided to make a video about basically my coming out story, I guess you could say. Some of you may have guessed already, but others maybe not so much. I am gay. I came out 2 years ago. I had a really difficult time with it because I grew up in a really conservative family. My father was a pastor for 10 years of my life, and it was just really hard to deal with the fact that I was starting to figure out I was attracted to guys while being in a really conservative family. So when I got to college, I decided to act upon it a little bit and almost potentially dated someone my freshman year of college, but it didn't really work out as planned. And then my sophomore year, I actually dated a girl. I started dating my ex-girlfriend. We almost dated for 2 years, and I truly fell in love with her. I was in love with her. I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with her because we just had so much in common. So many good things happened with us, and I was ready to propose to her. That's how intense our relationship was getting. So at one point in March of 2011, I decided that I couldn't lie about it anymore because I knew in the long run I was just hurting her. So I decided it was time to tell someone that I'm gay, that I can't hold back the feelings that I was having any longer. And so my ex-girlfriend and I actually, we had a conversation for about 3 hours one night, and I had to basically break it down for her. And it was really difficult for the both of us because she knew that it was really hard for me, and I knew that it was really hard for her. And so she was really good to me about it for a long time. Like, we actually kept our Facebook statuses saying that we were in a relationship for a month after I essentially broke up with her, because she didn't want people to ask questions as to why we broke up, because she knew it would be hard for me. And I just thought that was the most amazing and generous thing that anyone's ever done for me. And I still feel extremely grateful to her to this day, but I also feel really bad because I know that I broke her heart, and it broke my own heart because I truly did love her and I didn't want to give it up. I wanted to be normal. I wanted to have that typical lifestyle. I'm getting a phone call right now from my mom. Speaking of my mom, she was the first person I came out to, essentially, other than like close friends in college. And I was in college basically 7 hours away from home, so I had to call her and tell her over the phone. And I literally broke down over the phone when I started to tell her. And I told her that I felt like I was a disappointment as a son, but she told me that she would slap me if I ever said that to her again, because I am apparently one of the best sons that she could ever ask for. And she said that she's extremely proud of me and that she'll never stop loving me no matter what I do, and that she is eternally grateful for having me. And that really made me feel so much better about myself. It just felt like the biggest weight of my life had been lifted off of my shoulders. And so I was eternally grateful to not only my ex-girlfriend but also to my mother for being extremely opening and accepting. My father, he was not necessarily okay with it, but he still thinks it's a choice, and he just doesn't really acknowledge it anymore. Both of my parents were extremely shocked that I'm gay. Growing up, I was kind of a jock. I played baseball and basketball, so it's just how I am, I guess. I'm not a typical gay guy. I like sports and I like doing guy things, I'm not much of the gay scene kind of guy, but I just decided that it was time to tell my parents, because it was time after having to deal with going through the breakup process with my ex-girlfriend. So it slowly got better. That was during my junior year of college. Then my senior year of college was absolutely incredible. It was the best year of my life in college, and I also turned 21 that year, so it was a lot of fun. And I just really started to live it up. I started to open up more. I started to accept myself and really start to love myself and know that I'm content with who I am. So I just have to say that for those of you who watch this video who are afraid to come out, I know what it's like. I know how it is to be afraid to tell someone for fear of rejection, for fear of being disowned, because like I said, I grew up in a really conservative family, and that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. I thought my family was going to disown me. But as it turns out, my mom is totally okay with it. My mom is actually amazing about it. She and I have become even closer since I came out 2 years ago, if that's even possible. I'm already a huge mama's boy. But for those of you who are struggling with it now, just know that there are people out there that support you, that know what it's like. And if you are really struggling with it, think about it. Determine whether it's time. You know, if you are still dependent on your family, say you're a teenager, you're still dependent on your parents, you live with them, and you're afraid of being disowned, and you need a place to live, it might be a good idea to wait. It might be a good idea to wait until you get to college, whenever you have other people to talk to and to rely on. But if you're supporting yourself and you're just afraid of what other people will think, I have been there. I know what it's like. I know how that is. It's extremely terrifying. It really is. But there is hope. There is help. There are people who support you. There are numerous hotlines that you can call and just talk to people. I mean, just go. I mean, I'm not trying to promote going online and just talking to random people, but get to know someone and just, you know, talk about things that don't necessarily involve personal stuff as far as like where you live and everything, but just if you need someone to talk to, I'm going to post at the very end of this video, I will have my Twitter and my Facebook and my email. For those of you who are struggling with it, if you need someone to talk to, please feel free to message me on YouTube, email me, message me, however, and I will help you. I will talk you through it. I will give you support. Because like I said, there are so many people out there that will give you support if you ask for it. So don't be afraid. Continue to grow in who you are. Learn to love who you are. It's something I'm still learning to do, but it is extremely difficult to do. But like I said, you learn to love yourself, and it takes time. You have to just become comfortable with who you are. So leave me some comments. I would love to hear some stories about other people coming out, or, you know, things to do with your friends and family who might be gay or going through a process of coming out. It's a really trying experience. Trust me, it's really, really terrifying and really, really exhausting. But it is a process, and it takes time, and it will happen for each and every one of us. So leave me some comments, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.